Welcome to the social circle where creators come together to turn ideas into impact and goals into a reality. I am Candace, and this is
Jennifer, and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you for joining wherever you are in the world. We really appreciate your time and the space that you're giving for us to share our knowledge with you. We've learned a lot this year. How many years we've been doing this, Candace? 3 years now. We're in the season right now of, what are we calling it? Q4,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, Q4, baby, quarter four. That's where
Scaling.
all the
Yes,
money is
ma'am.
made out here in the web, I guess. And I was gonna say in the Instagram world, but I mean, really, we everywhere online,
Digital.
everywhere.
Yep. Digital living, livelihood.
Right. And you can't be mad at it because we need to buy stuff for the holidays and we want to know if it's good, if it's bad, if it's ugly. Trying to prepare for 2026. And already I'm sure there are people thinking about how they're going to do things differently next year. I know that I don't do like resolutions, but I do always try to be better in one way, shape, or form and move forward. So I know that there are people looking for that. And now is the time for not only you to get those things, but for you to put those things out, right? You've had these accounts, we've talked about growth, we've talked about analytics. Now, how do you take all of that and make a little bit of money from it? Because we all need to make some money.
That's very true. That's why we're doing what we're doing, helping other people. And I think when we finally come to grips with the fact that we don't lead with a sale, we lead with that story, we lead with the community first and service first, that's where the money will just, you have to believe, guys, that it will come to you. You cannot go chasing money because it will run faster from you than anything in the world. And
Uh,
it will come
That's
dripping at first, like raindrops, a slow rainfall, and one day
slow.
it will just pour. So you have to believe in that. And I know we've had that struggle for a while. We went through those periods, and it's definitely a very stressful feeling because you're living your life, you're trying to build this thing on the side of whatever it is you're doing, and you're depending on the income. And I get that, I totally get that, but you also have to have the daily actions of doing something leading up to that pure rainfall of income. I think going from free information to finally getting paid for all the information that it is a, I don't know the right term right now, but it is definitely a mountain to climb.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like I came into this full money on the brain, money on the mind, baby. And as soon as I flipped my mindset, Jennifer, you can speak to it. You can praise about it because you could see the light change in my eyes. Like the enjoyment of doing what you're doing every day and not feeling icky and trying to
It
put.
was a good feeling to have the switch from I don't like doing this to okay, now I like how I'm able to help. I think it came because I was watching certain people and how they did it because it worked for them. So I was studying what they did, but it still never felt like me. And then, Candace would say all the time, be the brand. You are the brand. Build your own brand. And I'm like, I don't get that. But over time, and through just the daily not competition, the daily repetition of doing this, yes, you are competing against a giant ocean of other people and whatever your goal is, but you can still achieve something in the long run. Now, you may not achieve it as quickly as you like, but that's the thing. You can't set limits on time, on when something is going to work because you don't know. You cannot foresee it. And that's why when you're out here and you're combining your lead magnets with your call to actions, with your digital products, and you're trying to get those followers that you've just worked so hard to be inside your community to start to buy, but you don't want to feel icky, they're most likely going to buy because they've started watching and listening. How many touches does it take for someone to actually make a purchase? I think we've heard the number range from like 7 touches or 7 hits of seeing the same thing to like 79 hits of seeing the same thing. The number has
Yes, ma'am.
changed. It
So
takes
it
longer
it used
for
to be
people to
seven.
buy. Yeah,
Used to
used
be
to
the
be
rule of
7 a couple
seven.
years ago.
Used to be the rule of seven. And now I believe, and I do not have the exact number in front of me, but it's more like 27
Okay,
or
there we go.
30. 7. It's a very, very large number. So
Yeah,
you have to learn how to speak your message in different ways. 27 different ways instead of 7. So
perfect example. Yeah.
exactly. You have to be able to think of other ways that you could still bring value, that you can still have an offer and help people and make money. And that's what we're going to do today is give you that clear path to go from this free value that you're providing to your audience, to your community, into a paid offer. What can you do? And we talked about this a little bit with Gwen a couple weeks ago on the pod with her Pop Lock and Profit, because that's
Yes.
more talking about your passions. How can you monetize from your passions?
I am glad that we had her on. So she was a great guest, and I hope to have her on in
Oh
the future,
gosh.
because she has found a very helpful way of sharing with people how to take their thing that they love to talk about and actually turn that into profit for themselves. And that's what we've learned over the course of learning how to, one, just sell a product online through digital marketing. Two, I think Candace is over here crushing it with Amazon products right now. That's her current stage of learning, is taking a product from a brand, creating a contract and getting a signed deal, and then working with whatever it is that she's got. And then from there on, it's like a giant spider web of income possibilities. And that's the
Yeah,
thing that we
that's
have
the
to
point.
build up to. You can't just do all that one time overnight. It's a stringing it out across many days, weeks, and months, unfortunately. It's
Oh,
just the truth of it.
and please, if there is anyone with any doubts, reach out to me and I can walk you through my last 3 years of trying to do every single thing all at once and not getting anywhere. So please, I am happy to share that story with you one on one, but I will take 3 hours if I did that on the pod. Luckily, inside of our community, you can see all of it. So,
It's all
anyway,
there for you.
so let's talk circle hack. Okay, let's talk circle hack. And a lot of times we talk about a lot coming into this full force with, hey, this is what I can teach you. This is get my offer, blah, blah, blah. I can show the posts. I can feel the cringe in my skin thinking about the things that I posted. Right? And here's your dang circle hack for today. It's super simple and easy. Stop doing that. Stop doing that because here's your problem. You're pitching your offer way too soon. You're pitching
Agreed.
it way too soon.
Agreed.
And you've got to build a community. What is the thing that you always say about well, first of all, if you're talking to,
If you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. You're not
right,
actually hitting the target audience by saying this is for
you can't,
everybody.
you can't sell to a room full of no one.
Yes, you can't sell to an
You have
empty
a great
room.
analogy for that.
That's it. You cannot sell to an empty room. You have to have an audience of people interested in the thing you're trying to sell. It's mathematics, guys. It's not a lie.
No, and that is where and you can anyone listening, look in the mirror, look at your phone. I'm sure that you have done this. I have done this. Jennifer has done this. And I can give you 25 other people off the top of my head that have done this. And two of them have been on, or one of them has been on the pod for sure. The other one came on as a guest, Jess, like as a
Yep.
quick little guest spot. So two of them, that's four. So look in the mirror
Yeah.
because we've all done it because you're trying to get to the money and that's okay. But let's start out slow. Think about this. Share who you are, why you're doing it, and then give your offer, right? Think about a ratio of 4 posts to 1. We can use this in a lot of different things. We talk about having your pillars, right?
Yep.
And you can use that with your pillars. You're going to talk about these 4 things, and my fifth thing is going to be my offer. And put that in there because people aren't going to buy from you if they don't know you. Unless you come out of the gate saying you made $1 million, and I haven't, Jennifer hasn't. If you have, I don't know why you're listening to our pod, but thank you. Would you like to sponsor us?
And honestly, I think this is a shameless plug here for our community. That's why we started our communities, because we were in the audiences of those creators that did make a quick income very fast from selling something that they learned one and stuck with it. And that's the only thing they have now. They
And
are
still,
unable or unaware or just not caring to try and improve the skill that they learn to sell the one product. If you all think you know what I'm talking about, great. I'm not going to plug anybody else's names. There's no need for that. I just think
that's
that
how they are still selling.
that's their
So
3 years
that's how they're
in,
still selling.
longer than that. That's their whole thing that they've learned how to do. We're here to help you take something and not only start it from scratch, but also build it, scale it, and continue to grow it for the long term. We are not here for the flash in the pan kinds of business where you're just bouncing from one to the next to the next. Guys, I work full time in a healthcare industry. I've been in the same position or the same department, I'll say, for the last 20 years. I am a dedicated long-term person when it comes to the work I put in. So it's not in my nature to come out here and just start selling. I learned it the wrong way and I found ways to correct it. And that's why we
Mhm.
have our community. That's just a shameless plug for us.
Yeah, amen. I love it. So, how do we do that? How do we build trust with people through value, through education, through relatability, and not pressuring them and lying, right? Because there is some of that going on too that we
Yep.
know of. Not from
Yep.
us, but
No.
there is some of that going on. So, how do you do that? And the first thing is your warm leads, right? These are the people that are there. They're taking the time to comment. Maybe they follow, maybe they liked
Hmm.
something, they responded to a story, whatever. Those are your warm leads. And those people start in your comments. Like they start in your comments.
Hmm.
So treat your comments like pieces of content. I know we've talked about this before, but treat your comments like a place where you can create content based off of what your audience is saying. What are
I
they
love that.
asking? How are they feeling about that? I do a lot of humor, marriage, relatable posts, and Charlie and I read the comments, and sometimes it's people that relate because it's them. Other times it's people that they can't relate at all and they took the time to make a comment because they were not happy with that post. Right? So and then you can
Yep.
kind of see how other people respond. Your people. Your
Exactly.
people are the ones that respond to that person and say, what are you talking about? Right? That's a great place for you to do research and find some of those warm leads and build the trust with your community.
And I want to put in a side note. This is for, if your account is a little over 10,000 followers or more. If you've already built up to so many followers, you're doing good things. You're on the right track. If you're brand new, right? You don't have any comments in your comment section. A little tip that we've learned along the way here is to go to an account you eventually want to look like
Mhm.
and find some of their best content and just peruse through the comment section. It'll give you great advice. It'll give you great insights to
Mhm.
how that reel performed for that creator and what people are actually wanting. And then you can kind of connect the dots for content for yourself. That's just a little tip for researching on your own if you don't have the comments. So just keep that in mind if you're brand spanking new or you're a little stuck or you just don't have that yet. Try that for at least, a couple of weeks, test it out, see what happens.
Yeah, that's great advice. The other another thing that you can do that I did a lot in the beginning is put your own comments in there.
Yeah, that too.
Ask your own questions. You know,
Yes. Create a
just
burner
throw them up.
account, go in and respond.
Yeah, I remember still do it. If I have a video, if I looked back and I have a video that hasn't gotten comments for a little while, I'll go and put a few comments out there and ask questions, trying to bring engagement or making a bold statement or sending people somewhere. So don't sleep on your comments. You're just as capable as typing in there as everybody else. So
Same.
do it.
One of my mentors said, if you're out there liking your own comments or your own reels, there's nothing wrong with you. Everyone, everyone should do it.
I do it every single time. And when people say anything to me about it, I'm like, yeah, why would I not like my own stuff? I spent the
Right.
time making it. Like, why would I not like it?
Yes.
If I don't like it, then you should question it. Anyways, so what's the difference between serving your audience and selling to them, right? So
Right.
if you're serving them, you're solving their problem for free, or at least a piece of their problem. Doesn't
Mhm.
have to be the whole thing, but you could solve a piece of it for free. And that could start with a free guide, a free webinar, a free community, free calendar. I mean, the options are endless, right?
Unlimited. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many ways to give a little to get a lot later.
Yeah. And if you're selling to them, you're offering a faster, cheaper, clearer, closer something, right? Path for them to solve their problem through same things. I mean, again, it could be a guide, could be a webinar, could be all of these things, but you've got to serve before you can sell. So ask yourself before posting, is my offer an organized version of what I've already given them for free?
Love it. Agreed.
Okay, so lead magnets, easy lead magnets, Jennifer. Let's bounce some of those checklists, guides we talked about. What are other outside of the box things that we've seen? Quizzes. If you want to know your personality type, take this quiz. That's a freebie. They're getting your email most of the time.
Yeah.
So that's your lead magnet, your freebie. You know, I did a free Amazon webinar for a small group of people just to help them out with like the initial starting of the storefront and everything. You know, then my
I think
offer,
in
go ahead.
when we were getting started, one of our first few mentors was, letting us, sorry, giving us the idea of using just a talking video for a minute, explaining why you're there and what it is you have to say. That could also lead into a hopeful purchase later on. If you're doing things right, you don't have to be elaborate with your stuff. If you're again, this is coming from the perspective of being brand new. I think books were a huge thing back then. A lot of people now in 2025 and moving into 2026, I think people just want that shorter checklist of like 7 to 10. Here's how to do this. And people want to buy for speed. They will pay you to get a result that quickens their pace better than anything else than just doing it on their own without help. Keep those little things in mind as you're creating your free giveaway. Then in the long run, when you're going down that sales road, then you can say, okay, well, you got this bite-sized piece. Now you're paying for the expansion of it. And this is how deep it can get. I was on another mentor call a couple years ago, and one of the creators was like, well, I have this, 4-page book that I wrote, ebook that I wrote, and it's not, I'm giving it away, but nobody wants anything. And so we went through that ebook and we were pulling out the things that just caught our attention. And that's typically what you want to do for your free giveaways. And then the rest of it would become the larger purchasable item. So keep those
Yeah.
little things in mind. Checklists are in, like you said, Candace, the quizzes to find out whatever it is you're looking
Yeah.
for, because people want instant gratification for a lot of things. And that's what you should be there for. Get their attention first, you give them the answer right away. And then if they like the answer for free, then heck yeah, they're going to want to pay for the even
Right.
deeper knowledge of whatever you know. So a lot of ideas out there, guys.
So many ideas, so many. I want to move into the social spotlight, if that's okay. I want to highlight a creator who has built their community, and I am sure their income, although she doesn't ever talk about it, but through authentic recommendations. And her name is Maggie McGaw, MC. I'll put her, here you
Yeah.
go. That's
Her
her.
handle will
This
be
is
added.
Maggie, and she's in the show notes, but she shares things that it is so funny. Jennifer and I both found her at different times, and I like, oh my God, did you see this girl? Anyways,
She just
so
popped
it's
in your
like,
feed.
I bought this and I knew it was fake.
Yes. The
So
best one line opener, guys, the simplest hook, and I was sucked in, and now that's all I wait for. Every time
yeah,
I see her, I'm like, I know this is going to be good. And what I like about her is that she'll show what the actual value is of something, the real version of it, and then she'll show the knockoff version of it and why it's a knockoff. And then she'll explain, you know what? I bought both, and this is how I feel about this versus that. And it's actually she's comical about it. I think that's just her personality. You don't have to be with things like that, but it's just another way of saying, you know, this is what I do and this is how I come about it. And she could be signing brand deals with all these things. I don't know. That's the
yeah,
thing.
I want to point that out. I'm reading her bio, right? Her bio
Yeah.
says sharing the things I do plus the things I love with her email. And then she has the hand down and it says things I bought. Boom.
See that? And I
That's
bet
it.
you affiliate links all through everything that she has because even if her opinion of something doesn't mesh with what somebody else thinks of something, that someone else might still want to buy that for whatever reason. And she could have that affiliate link out there. And this is what we talk about with the spider webbing of your income streams. You start with one thing, she might have made a brand deal with the fantastic item that costs way more than you can afford and then she's showing you the version that is a knockoff and she could have that amazing brand deal and unknowingly to the watcher or the viewer that deal is probably going widespread. It's probably going all over the internet for the brand because people are seeing the content anyway, and there's also people out there that are buying the lower cost item whether it's good value or not. She's probably got an affiliate link with that too. So that's what we mean when we say to
100%.
scale your income. There's so many different ways to just monetize what you're talking about.
100%. I bet I haven't clicked on her links. Like I said, we'll put her in the show notes. You guys check her out. She got 2 million followers and only 780 posts. Like she's killing the game. Okay. And
Yes.
she's being real. She's being her
Yes.
authentic self. She's sharing things that she says now she might get this lighter and say, I bought this, things I bought, and I knew it was fake, whatever. And then she shows it, and then some people are going to agree with her. But guess what? Some people are going to disagree with her. So she's making a crap ton of money from both products or whatever.
Exactly.
Like if she's
Yes.
doing comparisons, or even if it's a crappy product, I guarantee you she's making money off of it
Yep.
because
100%.
people will still buy it because they'll be like, oh, that I don't believe her.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, that is definitely without a doubt happening. And that's where, when you're trying to figure out how to make the money off the stuff that you're talking about, this is what we forget that can possibly happen. And this is just one idea out of, again, infinite ideas. Your success is only limited to your imagination levels.
Oh,
And
for sure. For sure.
yes. If you're allowing yourself to be limited with how you can make money through your social media pages, that is on you. That is nothing anybody else can help. You do have to work on your mindset, which we do have a lot of mindset in our community where we help you walk through those barriers and those walls to break through. Go ahead, Candace. I know you had something you wanted to talk about.
No, no, I'm just agreeing with you. I
Okay.
I was gonna say, inside the VIP circle, we have everything that we've learned over the last 3 years. I was just telling a community member the other day, she asked, like, if you were gonna pitch the community, what would you say? I would say, oh my gosh, it's every failure, every good thing. It's everything that Jennifer and I have tried and learned and done inside of the community. And not only that, we're not done.
Oh
We're not
gosh, no.
done.
Nope.
So that's don't forget that inside the VIP circle, there is a ton of resources, guys, and it's free.
Yes.
It's free. So don't forget, join the community where we can help you one on one.
And this is just a thought, but if you are not interested in the free and you do want to work one on one with Candace and myself just directly, we do have a coaching service for that as well. That is something that we can message just directly in between you and us. That I wanted to put out there as well. We like you guys being a part of the community because that's where other people who have the same concerns, questions, we all kind of collaborate our ideas together inside of our community. That's what it's for. If you prefer to have one on one, sessions with myself and Candace, we are there for you as well. So I wanted to put that out there. We don't talk about that often, but we do have that available.
Yeah, absolutely. And how do they reach us, Jennifer?
We are on Instagram at the Social Circle VIP. We are everywhere you listen to podcasts, guys. We are
Everywhere. We're
we are we
global.
are global now, and we are growing. So I wanted to take just a second to just sincerely thank every follower that we have on every outlet that we are on. It really means a lot to me because it shows, Candace's hard work, my hard work, that you guys are here listening. So I think you being here is a reflection of that. So thank you so much, guys, for joining and for following. If you know somebody who's interested in an episode like this, please share with them. And if you want more episodes like this, definitely hit subscribe wherever you're listening to us from so that you are following, you are listening on. We're going to have a really great month coming up. I know I'm excited for the next couple of weeks. We just had a guest speaker. We have another guest speaker. So definitely come back for more. We have a lot going on for the end
We
of the year.
do.
I'm so
We
excited.
do. We are closing out 2025 with a freaking bang,
Yes,
sister.
ma'am. I'm
And
pumped.
I couldn't have said any of that better myself. So I appreciate you all. Thank you. Love you. Jennifer,
Love you, girl. Love you
have a
all.
great
Thank
week.
you.
Have a great
Have a
week.
great week.